I didn't realize skinny privilege was a thing until I went from obese to fit, and I absolutely hate it. I, 21 female, have been on a weight loss journey since New Year's. I went from obese, 5 feet 4 inches and 187 pounds, to fit. When I was bigger, I was treated awfully, even by some friends. I was called a whale, made the punchline of fat jokes, talked over, told I was annoying, and constantly dismissed. I was also told to go to the gym multiple times, but when I did go, a gym bro told me, "Go home and eat a burger because we all know you're not gonna stick to it." Overall, I felt awful about myself, and my mental health was in shambles. The night before New Year's, my fiancé, 23 male, and I were invited to a party. When we got there, my friend's boyfriend had already had too much to drink, and out of nowhere, he called me an annoying, ugly, fat bee, and implied that I was the designated ugly fat friend. I started crying and realized that enough was enough. I had been called fat for the last time. On New Year's, I cut my calories to 1,200 and started going to the gym 5 times a week. Slowly, the weight started to fall off, but the longer I stayed on the diet, the more rapid the weight loss became. I also developed a pretty bad eating disorder and body dysmorphia along the way, but after a few months of therapy, I recovered. Now, in November, I am 129 pounds, having lost nearly 60 pounds. I had been overweight since I was around 13 and had no idea how much my life would change once I was thin. I went from being talked over to everyone stopping and letting me speak. I went from being called annoying to chill. I went from being rejected by multiple men and even laughed at for having the audacity to shoot my shot, to men approaching me and asking for my number. I went from being the only one that men did not introduce themselves to one of the first they greeted at bars when my fiancé and the other guys in our group walked away. I went from being called fat to beautiful. I went from being invisible to noticed. The way I have been treated over the past few months is nothing like what I was used to, especially after being bullied throughout middle and high school. And as much as I love being included now, I hate how my bigger self was treated. I deserved the same love and respect back then, because I was still the same person. Now that I am thin, I am suddenly seen. And it terrifies me to gain weight again, because I know I will go back to being the duff and treated badly all over again. I wish society judged us based on our inner beauty rather than outer. Unfortunately, I found out that skinny privilege is real. And I absolutely hate it.